Hi, this is Maria Lauren.
Hi, this is Linda Eichberg, the Alberici sisters.
You're listening to
TV Confidential.
Tony Figueroa and Donna Allen are with us as we continue our look at this week in TV history. This particular segment with Tony and Donna originally aired in October 2015.
September 30th, 1995, Baywatch Nights begins.
I'll be ready.
Yeah, that was...
Wait, Baywatch Nights?
There was,
it was a spin-off of Baywatch.
Okay, I vaguely remember. What was the premise?
Mitch Buchannon, private detective.
Yeah.
That was basically it. I mean, it was somehow...
Well, it was Mitch's friend who was the... played by Gregory Alan Williams. He was the sergeant, the police sergeant, who was going through a midlife crisis and decides to leave the force and start his own detective agency, and he hires Mitch.
Right.
Because
David Hasselhoff owned the show.
Yeah.
But basically it was...
He joins the agency to help support him.
Yeah, it was basically Baywatch done as private detectives, only it was set at night.
Okay.
Hence the name Baywatch Nights.
Sorry, I missed it.
Yeah, well, as I recall, I don't think it ran more than... Oh, it did run the second season.
Yeah, I don't know how long. I don't know if it was mid-season when it started. I can't see that in front of me. But, Gregory Alan Williams was only part of the first season. And then Angie Harmon joins, and then Angie Harmon later, became part of the regular Baywatch ensemble.
Well, that show had a lot of cast turnover. I mean, it ran on first run syndication for I think close to 10 years, but they had a lot of cast turnover throughout the years. I mean, Monty Markham was a regular for a couple of years. Alexandra Paul was a regular for a couple of years. Pamela Sue Anderson, I think, joined after the second or third year.
And she's probably one of the more noticeable. Jasmine Leith, and so you had a lot. But I think the basic, if you want to summarize it, basically what happens when the sun goes down. And
that was probably how he sold the show.
Yeah, and then that was probably more of the pitch.
Yeah.
With Mitch basically moonlighting as a private detective at night. Now, this is also important to note. The second season, because they were having slipping ratings, hard to believe, right? They decided to take a little bit of a shift. The ratings were never good as the original series, so the producers decided to take a science fiction element to it, because cashing in on the success of the X-Files. And they added...
The Baywatch Files.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So Gregory Alan Williams had left the series and was replaced by Dorian Gregory, and he was a paranormal expert. So the head of the agency dealt with paranormal activity, and so I remember only seeing one where they brought a frozen Viking from Scandinavia, a Viking that was frozen in ice. They brought the block of ice over. Somebody tried to steal it. The ice melted, and this Viking's running all over Malibu. And they had to find the Viking and capture him.
What did they do with him? They found him? Refreeze him?
I don't think I stuck around to find out, but they did want to go in that direction, which. The show was beyond belief to begin with, and now you're adding these elements.
Yeah, well, and as I recall, Baywatch Nights ended around the time that the original Baywatch ended. So I think they had... Look...
Well, then, they did the Hawaiian episodes. They did Baywatch Hawaii, which was technically another show.
Well, look...
And they were considering relocating the show to Australia.
Look, give Hasselhoff credit where credit is due. He saw a market in first-run syndication, and he was able to get another 8 years out of a premise that probably
tanked on NBC.
That tanked on NBC, yeah. So,
and he was looking for other and there was clothing lines, there was merchandise. I think there was even a chain of fast food places for a while.
I think you're right.
And so he really did, and they were. I don't remember the story, but there was a reason why the deal fell through. They were going to do, Baywatch Australia, relocate the show in Australia. And the premise of Baywatch Hawaii was basically that they were going to become independent contractors and set up like a, lifeguard service, like a private, instead of working for, the city of Malibu or whatever, they were going to be, independent contractors setting up something in Hawaii. And they kill off the Mitch Buchannon character. Apparently he didn't really die. But, and now The Rock is...
He lives on in syndication.
Yeah, I think they want to do something with it. But The Rock, I believe, is now doing a Baywatch movie.
Really?
Dwayne Johnson, yeah. And so he's going to have to learn how to run in slow motion, and that's been the talk. But David Hasselhoff is still making... But, when he did Knight Rider, he did all the publicity tours. He was, again, going back to a prior conversation, he did do a lot of shilling for the network with NBC and with Universal Studios. He did do a lot of stuff, him and Kit. They were doing all the promotional stuff. If you needed him to do publicity, he was there.
Yeah.
I think he knew the value of doing that.
No, it's just, the Baywatch originally premiered on NBC.
Yes.
because Hasselhoff was still he still had a good Q factor at the time.
Oh yeah, he was hot off of Knight Rider, and then you had Parker Stevenson, who people still were remembering from the Hardy Boys,
right?
And that character did not go into the syndication, but his character did return.
Yeah.
They did have episodes where he did come back, and obviously the two of them had a good bond on and off.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he would not be returning. He was married to Kirstie Alley at the time.
That's right.
But the times that they would get back together, the scenes I would see, there's these guys probably are actual really good friends, so it's always welcome.
Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back. One more item. If you're starting a company, particularly one that is in an emerging market, you know that averting any sort of legal dispute is crucial to your business plan. Our friends at Tectonic Law offer an array of services that can help you avoid and preempt future litigation while also developing and protecting your intellectual property and intangible assets. Tectonic Law serves the needs of a host of emerging industries throughout California and beyond, including industrial designers, beverage makers, artists, farmers, retail stores, health practitioners, wellness experts, cosmetics manufacturers, nonprofit organizations, innovators in sustainable practices, and libraries. Go to tectoniclaw.com to learn more about how Tectonic Law can help your business thrive. tectoniclaw.com. Rock solid representation for groundbreaking industries.
This portion of TV Confidential is brought to us by our friends at Front Porch Realty, the community of realtors in the Northern Bay area of California that is committed to finding the solution that is best for their clients. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or looking to sell or lease your property in Northern California, call Karen Strain at 415-886-7411 or visit frontporchrealtygroup.com for more information on how they can help you.
Ed Robertson thanking you for listening to the TV Confidential podcast. If you like what you hear, please hit the subscribe button so that you won't miss our next episode.